like you, but you are a bit dry. Like my sense of humour, which nobody seems to understand anymore. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I can't believe I'm saying this to you, but I'm here with another makeup video. I really am falling so much more back in love with makeup. I'm finding it so fun, trying out new products and just like perfecting my look. I'm never going to be adventurous with my makeup, it's just not who I am. But in the mornings when I do my makeup, I'm just enjoying it so much and it's just really inspired me to make more makeup videos. You guys, for the most part, those who don't criticise me for being so boring, which is fine, you guys really like my makeup too, but you have noticed that I do use a lot of high-end products. I do use a couple of cheaper products that I think are really good. Now, in general, I'm not somebody that's going to say, you know, and lie to you and say all drugstore makeup is just as good as high-end expensive makeup. In my opinion, it's not. There's a reason that it is expensive. In general, it is better. However, there are some absolute gems in the drugstore, more affordable makeup ranges. So today I wanted to show you how you can achieve my makeup look that I usually get by using high-end products, using budget-friendly, affordable options. If you're new here today, please do subscribe to my channel. I just can't believe we hit 900,000. Will we hit 1 million this year? Who knows? And please don't forget to turn post notifications on so you are the first to know when I have posted a new video. So let's get going. Before I do start, actually quickly, I just want to give a shout out to this perfume. This is not sponsored, although it was gifted to me. This is Bodacious by Juicy Couture. It's their new fragrance and I just can't stop spraying it. It's literally gorgeous. It's so sweet, so addictive, and the bottle is just like 100% glam. Like, it's so extra. I love it. Okay, so you guys know I always start with moisturiser because it's so important for your face to be hydrated, to keep it looking plump and fresh, and for the makeup not to go all dry and disgusting. And I'm using a new moisturiser that I've never used before, but I went to pick it up in Boots today for the video. I just wanted to find something that looked really nice and really affordable, and this was only $5.99, which I thought was amazing. And it's the BOTANICS All Bright Hydrating Day Cream. It has SPF 15 in, which is good, and it's for all skin types. Oh, it smells really, really nice. And yeah, I just think put on as much moisturiser as you can. Sometimes I even do like a double layer of moisturiser, but do make sure that it's all kind of absorbed into the skin before you apply your makeup. Like, don't apply makeup while it's still wet. That was actually really nice. It feels really gentle. I'm going to give that to Coco. Also from BOTANICS, I picked up the Triple Age-Renewal Hydrating Eye Serum. You guys know it's essential for me to put on an eye cream before I do my makeup because I do put on quite a lot of like concealer and powder underneath the eye and I don't want it to crack and go all dry, and also it's a really delicate area and you just want to keep it hydrated because we don't want wrinkles. I really like this eye cream. This was really cheap too, but I really like that. I'm going to carry on using that. Okay, so for my base, primer, foundation and concealer, I'm going to show you some new products by a new brand that I've been trying out. It kind of actually inspired me to make this video. So the brand is Flower Beauty and it's actually by Drew Barrymore, and who doesn't just love Drew Barrymore? I mean, she's just like lovely, and the range is just so lovely. It feels really high-end. Like, this is a glass bottle and it has this beautiful like white and rose gold lid. There's so many products. They're not stocking all of them in the UK right now, but they are doing like a selection and you can get it at Superdrug and it's super duper affordable. So I'm going to be showing you some of these today. The first is the Flower In Your Prime Hydrating Primer. Very sleek, nice black and rose gold packaging, and it just comes out in like a little cream like that. And I just like using a hydrating primer just to keep everything like plumped and fresh. I hate my makeup looking dry and old. It's like my pet hate, and the key is just using super hydrating products. So next I'm going to use the Flower Light Illusion Foundation, and it says on the bottle, luminous makeup, nude skin feel. And the first time I tried this I was so shocked because I felt like this is like a high-end foundation. The formula, the way it looked on my skin, everything. I was so impressed and I really wanted to show you guys. It also has SPF in it, which is great. So I'm just going to put a few blobs of this on my face. Even when you squeeze it out of the tube onto your finger, the way it feels, like the texture is so nice and like silky. And then I'm just going to buff this in with my foundation brush. I didn't go out and get all new drugstore brushes because at the end of the day I do feel like for the most part a brush is a brush, and then I just like to go over it all with my beauty blender just to get rid of any stroke marks. So there's the foundation. I really love it because it really reminds me of my Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder and my YSL Touche Cut. It has that really like dewy, glowy finish, kind of like a medium coverage, but you can build it up if you want more, and it's just so easy to blend. It looks so healthy, like it gives you such a healthy glow, and I'm just really, really into it. And then I'm also going to use the matching concealer, which is the Flower Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. And yeah, just pop this in all the usual places. One of my top makeup tips is using a concealer that is a couple of shades lighter than your skin tone or your foundation, and using it to also highlight your face as well as conceal. So I'm just going to take this down my nose, and then obviously up the cheekbones, just up here on the brow bone as well, and then just on a couple of blemishes that I have here on my chinny chin. I love how quickly this concealer blends into the skin. Like, it's so easy. And as you can see, it does a really, really good job of brightening up the whole under eye area. The only thing I would say is it does crease a little bit in the eyelids because it is so hydrating, but we will powder in a moment, so that will be fine. Before we powder, it's time to blush, contour and highlight, and it's got to be no surprise to you guys that I'm using the SOAP&GLORY Mighty Contour Palette. I've used this in my last few makeup videos because I just can't get enough of it, and I kind of feel like I should maybe have bought a new one for the video because this looks so old and disgusting. But waste not, want not. So I'm just going to dip my brush into the contour. My brush is a little bit damp. That's how I like to blend out cream products. I just think it's easier. And then yeah, I'm just going to go along the hollows of my cheeks. I've used quite a lot of higher end contour products, and this has got to be my favourite one I've ever used altogether. This and the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand and the Clinique Chubby Stick. I feel like they're my top three. Do a little on the nose as well, kind of, I don't know. I'm not very good at that. Oh, I just love it. It does such a good job of just bringing like definition back into your face where foundation makes it look very flat and two-dimensional. The contour just like brings out all your facial structure, and I just love it. For my blusher, I'm using another SOAP&GLORY product, another one of my favourites, and it's the Love at First Blush Highlight and Sculpt Cheek Stick. I love SOAP&GLORY. It's got to be one of my favourite drugstore brands. It is slightly on the more expensive side for drugstore, but in the grand scheme the products are still affordable, especially for how long they last. And I'm just going to use my brush to blend it out. This is the same brush but a clean one. And yeah, it just gives you a really subtle like rosy glow. Has a little bit of shimmer in it but not too much. Then to highlight my face, I'm going to use the Max Factor Miracle Glow Pro Illuminator. It's just a really lovely little shimmery liquid. It kind of has a pinky champagne tone, but it's not super pigmented like colour wise. I'm going to dab this along my cheekbones, and already you can see like how bright it is, but where it's not a powder it doesn't have like physical glitter bits in it, so it doesn't kind of look streaky or patchy the way I really don't like highlighter to look. It does look somewhat natural. And then a sponge just does the job perfectly on this because you can just bounce it in, and it just leaves you with this really nice natural glow. My goal when I do my makeup is I never want to look like I've put highlighter on. I would just want somebody to look at me and think, wow, like her skin is glowing, she looks so healthy. Now it's time for me to powder my face, and it is really, really needed because where I've used so many hydrating products, my skin pretty much looks wet, which is not really the desired look. So I'm going to powder now, and I'm using another one of my drugstore gems, and it's the No.7 Perfect Light Loose Powder. This is my one that's like nearly finished. I did buy a snazzy new one for this video. I'm so fussy with powders, and most of you will have heard me go on and on about the YSL Soufflé de Clout powder. It's literally the best that I've ever tried, and honestly this is not too far behind it. I think No.7 is slightly more expensive than like Maybelline and Rimmel and that kind of thing, but it's so worth it because powder literally completes the makeup look, makes it look flawless, makes it stay all day, and this literally lasts forever. Ooh, it's new, so fun. They do have shades, but this is just the translucent one. Comes out a little bit pinky, but it is translucent. And I literally just pop this everywhere, and I focus like a little bit more heavily on the places where my makeup comes off a lot, like my chin, around my nose and the under eye area. And I really do like to pack it on under the eyes, and make sure you get the eyelid as well because you don't want that horrible eyelid crease. And of course powder does mattify the skin, so if you do want that kind of really dewy wet look, then you don't want to use too much powder. But I personally don't mind it being a little bit mattified as long as there's still a glow. When I put my powder on, I literally feel like I'm airbrushing my skin. I'm like using a smooth tool because it honestly like transforms the way the makeup looks. And for the finishing touch, just because I'm being extra, I just got this, I've never tried it and I kind of just want to try it out. It's the Maybelline Dream Satin Mist Luminous Setting Mist, and I just thought this sounded really nice, and the packaging was really cute. It's rose gold, so why not? I also do like using a spray just to top it all off because it adds a little bit of moisture back in, because sometimes powder can be a bit drying. And that's my base all done. I really love how natural and glowy it looks. This honestly does not look too far off the look that I create when I'm using my favourite high-end products. So let's move on to brows now, and I have to confess I did pick up a new product, so I haven't tried this, but if it's bad I've got my backup. I just thought it looked really cool. It's the Maybelline Tattoo Brow, and it said that it gave like a microblade effect. It's like a microblade effect. It's like this little pen, and it has teeth like a rake. So anyway, I thought we could give it a try. I mean, if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. So, oh my god, I'm actually scared. It actually looks like my sister's hamster's hand. Oh god, okay, I'm just gonna brush upwards. Ooh, actually, okay. Do you see how that is filled in really nicely? Oh my god, that is so cool. It literally draws on like tiny hairs. I actually think that looks really good. I do have really arched eyebrows. I tried to make it a bit straighter, but they really go up and down, and you can kind of like feather it a little bit. I think that looks really good. I'm really happy with that. I would actually continue to use this, definitely. Oh god, what if I do the other one really bad? Is there such thing as eyebrow anxiety? Because I think I have it. Okay, do you know what? I have to say that I love this product. I think I did this brow a little bit better than this one. But I think they look really good and really natural. Not so much there, I think I overdid it there a tiny bit, but really good. The only thing I would say is I can almost feel it like starting to go dry already, even though I've only used it once. So although it's cheap, I feel like you'd have to replace this more often than if you bought my Hourglass pencil, which is like £20, that literally lasts a lifetime. But I really like the effect that gave, and I've never tried a product like that. So Maybelline Tattoo Brow, I really like you, but you are a bit dry. Like my sense of humour, which nobody seems to understand anymore. And quickly, if anyone was wondering what my backup was, it was the SOAP&GLORY Archery pencil. Literally so similar to the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It's a tiny little pencil, perfect for doing hair-like strokes. And also the SOAP&GLORY Archery Volu-Boost Brow Fibre Gel, which is amazing. It's literally like a gel with little hairs in, and it just is wonderful. In fact, I am just going to go over this a little bit with the Archery Fibre Gel, because it just makes them look a lot more, have a lot more volume and makes them look more real. So for eyes, you guys know I just love a lash instead of mascara. It just stays perfect all day. You don't get any crumbly bits or smudges, and I just much prefer it over mascara, and I use the same ones every single time. They are drugstore, they are about £5, but you can usually get them on offer, and they're the Fleur de Force Fleur Love lashes. You guys are probably, well not probably, definitely bored of hearing about these, but I just wear them all the time. I am the biggest advocate. I'm very good at putting them on, except when I'm filming. I get many messages and comments saying, Freddie, I'm so bad at putting eyelashes on, how do you do it? And it really honestly is practice. Like, nobody is born with the ability to attach things like with precision to their eyes. It really is just something you get used to doing over time. Now, if you wanted a fuller look for your eyelashes, which I do if I'm going out, you know, in the evening and I want something a bit more glamorous, then I actually do like to put the lashes on first and then do the mascara underneath. I know that's like backwards to what most people would do, but that's the way I like to do it. I think it works really well, just filling in like the inner corners and the outer corners, and you don't have to go too heavy-handed with it, and it looks really nice. But for the most part, I do just like to keep it natural and subtle, then at the end of the day you can just take them off and it's blissful. For lip liner, you guys know every single day I use the same lip liner, Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Lip Cheat. It's the best, it's the perfect colour for my lips, and it literally lasts for so long, and I find it really hard to find good colour lip liners in the drugstore. They're always just slightly off, but the two best I've found are RIMMEL, and they're the Exaggerate full colour lip liners, and I'm kind of going to like mix the colours. I've got Addiction and East End Snob. Addiction's a little bit too brown and East End Snob is a little bit too pink, so I'm going to kind of mix them and see what happens. A lot of people use this lip liner. It is really good, it's so nice and creamy, and as far as I remember, the lasting power is pretty good too. So this is my lips lined with East End Snob, and I'm just going to go over them again with Addiction. Now, there are literally so many good lipsticks I could choose from. It's so hard. There are amazing lipstick options in the drugstore, and however much I love my Charlotte Tilburys and my MACs and my Cliniques and YSL, The truth is you can get great lipsticks in the drugstore. Just to name a few, the Soap&GLORY Sexy Mother Plucker lipstick in the Shine range, I love. Max Factor Simply Nude is a classic. I was going to use it today for this video and I can't find it anywhere, so maybe I used it all up. So annoying. And then also the L'Oreal Colour Riche lipsticks. There are so many shades to choose from, it's amazing. And I think I'm going to use one of those today. I think I'm going to go for the Colour Riche Shine because I am loving kind of a more like wet look lip, like a glossy rather than matte. I've never really been into matte lipsticks and I love this one because it does have a lot of shine in it. It's just really hydrating and nice to wear. And this is in the shade 642. And as you can see, it's just a really pretty nude. And then with my finger, I'm just going to tap that in to the lip liner just to blend it all together nicely. So guys, here is the finished makeup look. It actually looks kind of better than I even thought it was going to look. I'm so happy. There are literally no telltale signs that any of these products were cheap or, you know, affordable and not super duper high-end and luxurious. So I hope that's reassured you guys that even if your budget cannot stretch to those more high-end expensive products, even though they're really nice to have and to own, you can create amazing beautiful looks with affordable drugstore makeup. And right now it's bedtime, which is a shame because I kind of want to go out and like show off my makeup to everyone. I really hope you enjoyed watching my video. Thank you so much for being here and I shall see you next week. Bye!